Hmm. I wonder how many total pounds of meat is lost now. I mean, that's a lot of meat. That's crazy. Hmm. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting. If you haven't already, please like, um, subscribe, whatever you have to do. Share this video, this channel. Uh, this is just to you know let people know about a little news that's happening in the world right now, and definitely in the United States. And wow, I was um, looking at an article earlier today, and I saw, well, let me just show you share my screen here, and I saw this article, and I'm like, okay, wow, it's crazy. This is hitc.com, and it shows some pictures of some cows, right? But then I scroll down, it says trending. Did 3,000 cows die in Kansas due to extreme heat? Now they're asking a question. Did 3,000 cattle or 3,000 cows? A lot of meat, a lot of beef that no one's gonna have access to now. A lot of beef that no one's gonna be able to make hamburgers with, or hamburger helper with, or whatever, sausage, whatever. That is tacos. Yeah, that's a lot of beef. It said thousands of cattle have died in Kansas over the weekend due to extreme heat and humidity, reports Reuters. And it says several reports circulating on the internet claim that 3,000 head of cattle have sadly lost their lives as a result of heat stress. However, greater damage has been suggested based on the data obtained from farmers and livestock experts. So I'm looking at this, and it goes on to say the rising temperature in Kansas has raised concern, and the final death count is yet to come in, according to DTN. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, man, I wonder how many pounds of meat was actually lost. That's a lot, you know. Then I go on to read this other article here. So I'm thinking, okay, here we go, right? So let me share this now. And this is crazy, man. This is crazy. I go on MSN, then it says meat industry takes heavy hit as up to 10,000 cattle die from heat and humidity in Kansas. Oh my goodness, that's like insane. That's like something out of a science fiction movie. Like seriously. I'm like, wow, what in the world? So some cattle right there. And it says, yet another food industry has taken a toll as thousands of cattle have died in Kansas from extreme heat, humidity, and lack of grain supply brought on by, of course, Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The death toll has apparently reached at least 2,000 cattle. Matthew Laura, a spokesman for the Kansas Department of Health and Environmental, said, according to Reuters. This estimate reportedly comes from facilities that reached out to the agency for support in disposing of deceased livestock, the outlet reported. Goes on to say here, it goes on to say the cattle allegedly died from heat stress stemming from intensely high temperature and humidity. Scarlett Higgins, a spokesperson for the Kansas Livestock Association, claimed, according to Reuters. This is crazy. Let's see what it says here. Apparently, this is video 3,000 cattle that died in southwest Kansas. Let's see what it is here. Actually, I have it here. Well, you know what? Let's just see what it is here. Let's see what happens here. video of the and warning this video. Get all the kids out the room. Those who may not want to see this, get out the room because they may be showing some uh, dead cattle. So as it says here, the following media includes potentially sensitive content. So let's view. Are you serious? Look at this. That's crazy. Look at oh my. Now I don't know, man. They say it's all due to extreme heat exhaustion or whatever, or heat stress. Basically, the heat and humidity killed them. Look at that. I mean, have you ever seen anything? Have you all ever seen anything like that before? Like that is, I don't even know if you have the words. I don't even know if words can describe what's going on there. Like that is, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Like, have we ever seen anything like that before? I mean, I'm not talking about, you know, Hollywood TV movies and things like that. I'm just talking about, has anyone ever seen anything like that before? I mean, this is mm. So they're saying 10,000 cattle, up to 10,000 cattle. And let me get back to that actual story there. 10,000 cattle. This, honestly, I'm kind of speechless right now as to what's really going on there. I'm definitely kind of speechless. Get back to this story there so I can show you all what the what's going on here. Couple technical difficulties right there, not for sure what happened. There's the video. Then it goes on to say the sweltering heat reportedly reached 108 Fahrenheit in western Kansas, and temperatures are projected to climb to around 110 over the weekend. The president of World Weather Inc. World Weather Inc. Hmm. That doesn't even Drew Drew Lerner is the president of World Weather Inc. So he's saying this weekend the temperatures are going to be around 110. And I'm assuming what they're trying to say is these cattle that died here died when the temperature reached 108 degrees Fahrenheit. Says goes on to say the heat was allegedly an added injury to livestock farmers who had already needed to decrease cattle size on account of skyrocketing food grain prices brought on brought by the conflict in Eastern Europe, according to Reuters. Farmers are supposedly providing extra care to their cattle to help them survive, Reuters reported. Quote, when it gets hot, you've got to be out there every day and making sure that their water is maintained, unquote. Brenda Masick, president of Industry Association, Nebraska Cattlemen said, according to the outlet. This is just now. Here's my only question. My only question is, has it never gotten this hot before in Kansas during the summer? Like it's never reached 108 8 degrees before? That's my question. Because you would think that those whose primary business is to raise, maintain, care for, and sell cattle would have an answer for this situation, or will be prepared for this situation. Trust me, I know people who are farmers, who are ranchers, and there's always a forecast outlook for the weather. You know, it's important to them to know what the weather's going to be like in 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, even a month from now, whatever. And no one could prepare for this extreme heat. I don't know. And of course, they're basically saying that due to the grain shortages brought on by the conflict over there in Ukraine, they were already pretty much basically in panic mode. Let's be honest, is what they're saying. I don't know, but I do know this. Those who have not started prepping yet, you better start. Those who have started prepping, you better do more, especially when it comes to meat. Because obviously, as you can see, that this could potentially bring on another shortage. So I would definitely say for those who can, go out and buy a freezer. You know, the big chest freezers. Some people used to call them deep freezers. The big chest freezers that you can put in your garage or on your back patio, or for those of you who have like little separate utility houses, in the backyard or whatever. Definitely make sure that you're able to do that. And I can tell you this: if you find someone in your area, in your neighborhood, that's like-minded, that believe, that's nice, and obviously you can trust, and they're like-minded, do you have enough room in your freezer to help them, you know, store some meat away? That would be a good gesture, a kind gesture, because not everyone can go out and just drop money on a a a chest freezer or a deep freezer. Not everyone can just go out and actually drop money and, buy, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 pounds of beef. Of course, I would probably get more than that. But what I'm saying is not everyone can financially do that right now. So I would say go to your neighbors, make sure you're around some like-minded people and see how you can help each other out. We all need to help each other out in this situation, because there's no guarantee that there's going to be meat, whether it's beef, pork, or chicken, or whatever, even seafood. There's no guarantee that all that's going to be readily available in the future. So we have to help each other out. And also, with the power grid the way it is right now, there's been some articles recently talking about will the power grid, hang on? Will it handle all the excessive usage due to the extreme heat? I would say make sure you have a source of power or a source of electricity to keep those freezers and the refrigerators going, just in case the power grid goes out. And make sure you help out other people in your area who may be suffering because of this. Check on the older people who, there are people that still have just their primary means to AC is a window unit. you know Check on them, see if they're okay, see if they need, some any work or maintenance done on their AC unit. See if they need, water, if it's possible for you. Make sure they have plenty of water, so they can stay hydrated. Just check on them. Make sure that they don't have to spend too much time outside, because you have, some of the elderly that like to go outside, and you go outside thinking you can make it, but then by the time you get out there, it gets so hot that who's to say if you can make it back to inside of your home. So definitely make sure the elderly are taken care of. But the communities we live in as a whole, we need to make sure we're helping each other out, especially those who are of a like mind, those who believe in prepping, those who believe in making sure you have plenty of food, water, clothes, sources of electricity, fuel, and amongst other things, protection. Um, Reach out, if possible. Hey, y'all need to have meetings within the communities. Basically coming together with a plan as far as how each community will handle extreme situations such as extreme heat in the winter, extreme cold, food shortages, you know, shortages in, let's say, medicine. If it comes to that, like, should definitely be reaching out to people, having meetings with like-minded people to see what we can do to help each other. But what do you all think? I mean, the question on the one article was, did 3,000 cows did 3,000 cows die from extreme heat? Do you believe that's what happened? Is it something else? Do you believe maybe because of the shortage in grain, do you think maybe some of them starved to death? Um, what is it? What do you think is responsible for it? Is the story right? Is the extreme heat and humidity the cause of it? Let me know what you all think in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe, and please comment in this video. And the more likes I get, that definitely helps. I definitely appreciate it. For those who actually support the channel monetarily, I definitely appreciate that. I'll leave the link in the description for those who want to do so, but definitely appreciate it. Uh, thank you so much. Please stay safe out there in the heat. Please stay prepped up. And as always, get ready, stay ready. God bless.